It's D. Riley with the Hard Headed Way. Long time no see or hear. I wanted to jump on because it's the end of the year. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy New Year because it'll be probably a few weeks before I'm able to record again. But I wanted to come on. I had a few people to ask me about whether I was going to continue the podcast. And my initial answer is to say yes because it's something I truly desire and want to do. But the reality is, I just adjust to the ebbs and flow of the things that I have going on day to day. And so I want to do it, but it may look a little differently. And one of those things will be I'll probably do a little bit of vlogging here over the next few weeks. And I'll tell you why. So this year, so let's see, I think my time is just I'm up and down. Who knows if I'm coming or going some days. But I think towards the end of 2023, I did two recordings that I never got to share out. And I need to see, make one last ditch effort to see if I can go and post those. I may be able to do audio, but I had some issues with my laptop. And then I honestly I was over it at the point that I started to have some physical issues. So for those that you don't know, I had back surgery like 20 years ago. It was 20 years in April. And one of the things that I've dealt with over the last year probably is my back started to hurt me here and there. Nothing bad because I'll tell everybody that back surgery was the best decision I could have ever made. But on February 27th, I laid down to take a nap, woke up, and could not walk. It led to my husband taking me to the ER. It was just a whole traumatic situation, y'all. And so, um, trying to figure out what I'm going to do as far as do I, medicate, do I do surgery, and ultimately my body kind of gave me the answer to that. And so it's been hard because I'll be honest with you. I have a new piece of equipment that was added to my life, and let me see. Can I show you guys? Let's see here. Hold on. Y'all see that? A walker. Can y'all believe that? I have been on a walker on and off since February. Okay. And so, being on that walker, number one, I am big enough to say I'm vain. I did not want to walk around or ride around or push around a walker. And then the other part is I was just struggling with having to depend on people to do stuff for me, whether it be the people at work carrying things for me, Peyton and Corey here at home having to do a lot of the things for me. And so, even cooking, y'all, it became a struggle. I hadn't been able to stand more than 10 minutes without the use of the walker. So just day to day life was just becoming cumbersome. I thought at first that I could just deal with it with like steroids. Steroids seems to mask pain for me, or at least it has in the past. And it seemed to be doing the job for me up until around July. We went to Vegas, and um, that was the last time that the steroids actually helped my pain, and it's just progressively gotten worse. For people that deal with chronic pain, I don't know how y'all do it. God bless you, because I don't, there's a difference between chronic pain and healing pain. And so ultimately, the decision I made on November 20th, went to the doctor and I said, I can't do it anymore. I had made up in my mind that I was going to wait and do it in 2025, mid 2025. And my body said, no, you've lost your quality of life. I haven't slept. It's just a lot of things. And I just don't have fun anymore. And so surgery will be happening for me December 27th. I hope that this episode, I can upload it the morning of December 27th. And I've decided that I'm going to vlog my journey. I think sometimes we get so focused on the goal and the end game, and that I believe that it is it is the journey for which I often see God do His greatest work. And so for me, I wanted to put that reminder in front of me, because this year has just been a valley year for me. It's been a valley with my health. It's been a valley with work. And so it's so easy for me that when I'm going through that valley that I automatically forget how good God is, how much He continues to provide, and just make the paths ahead of me straight. And because I'm a self-proclaimed problem solver, I tend to take a lot of things in my own hand, and yeah, it just does not yield good fruit when I'm trying to do it on my own. And so I thought this journey would be a good one, especially for people that are dealing with chronic pain. You don't get to see what they go through. And I'll be honest, I have been anxious about the surgery only because I remember the healing and the initial wake up from the surgery and having to walk pain. Like that was so difficult. So anyway, I'll admit I'm nervous. But and I'll even take it a step further and say that it is not the physical aspect that really has burdened me. It is truly the mental, having the mental capacity to deal with what all of that looks like has been something that has made me, extremely nervous. And so, anyway, I ask that you guys pray for me as I go into this journey on December 27th. But one of the things I wanted to share, it has been like the greatest revelation for me. And my girlfriend says that I don't have tear ducts, but it was a harsh reality. And in dealing with this, I prayed two things. I prayed, God, remove this cup from me. And I also prayed that, He would redirect me, because my biggest thing is that I have always had to fight to have what I have and maintain what I have. And in one aspect, that's not a bad thing, right? You have to fight to keep your mental health good. You have to fight, as far as eating and all of that. And then, you got to fight to maintain relationships, your marriages, your friendships, your relationships with your children. It's just that constant. And one of the things that I will say I've been led to do is lead. I lead at work. I lead in pockets out of my family, and so it also just carries a burden of how I deal with my stuff internally while being supportive of others in their own space. But the greatest revelation for me, as it pertains to my work, my giftedness, my skill set, is that I have I have spent my whole life cultivating the skill that pays me and not the one that serves God. Does that make sense? Like, I have spent so much time being an expert over here that there is a space that I know God has for me. And I show up in that space, but it's not a space that I have been intentional about. And so, one of the things that I said when I came out of COVID is that I was going to be more intentional about my friendships. And when people asked me to do stuff, I was going to do it. But there was also another layer to it, right? Is because I create or I compartmentalize relationships. And so my support is always at arm's length. And that's keeping people from getting close to me here. And so for that, I want to make sure that I change my stance on that. And in doing that, as an African American woman, it's just not been easy. It's just not easy for us to show up in various different spaces in a vulnerable state. And so for me, that is what the vlogging of my recovery from back surgery is creating a space and showing that vulnerability, because I know, let me just tell you, I know that there will be some crying and there will be some discomfort. I think I even told one of my friends, don't come to the hospital. Like, I'm okay. Like, I'll have Corey text you, but don't come. So anyway, and I say that, look, see, I'm already lying. Like, I'm already lying. I don't want people to show up, but no, I got to let go the reins of that space. And again, I want to be more intentional. I want my word for 2025 is going to be committed, because I want to be committed even when D doesn't want to do it. Everything's telling me not to, but I know it's the thing that I need to do to be supportive, to pour. And I know it's the thing that God has called me in some pockets to do. And so surgery is planned for December 27th. And I will have Corey. I bought this little DJI thing for Corey to kind of record um, my going into the hospital and coming back from the hospital. Um, and I promise I'm not going to do any editing. That's the other thing too. When we look at a lot of videos and things like that, people do a lot of editing. I don't want to edit. I mean, you're gonna get what I give, and at best, the editing that you'll have is just me cutting off some stuff. But I don't want to do any correction or covering up. I want to show you all the things real, raw, uncut, and so that's another goal that I have. Also, shout out to my team at work. Everybody knows that I love Target, and so they got me the Target T-shirt and the pajamas. See the pajamas? Can y'all see it? I have this enabled. Oh, it won't change it. I'm still learning how to use it, y'all. So anyway, I have the pants on to that match, and they are perfect for today. So anyway, so as I go through this surgery, y'all know I'm a planner at heart. So I have been searching for planners far and wide. I have not settled on one. I have two that are coming in the mail that will arrive on Friday. Of course, I'll be at the hospital already, but it's supposed to be a 2-day stay at the hospital. So when I come home, I'll have those to open, and I'll be sharing those too as I try to get back into business. But so the planner, again, if you have some planners, please share them with me, because that nothing fills my cup being able to write out my plans every day and be able to feel like I'm marking things off my list. The other thing is started a little book club with a few friends. Hopefully we can get it going, and then we can start to expand it out. It's called Wine, Words, and Women, and it's about 6 of us so far, and we've chosen our first book. It's a Kennedy Ryan book. Can you see that? Kennedy Ryan, Before I Let Go. It's the first of a 2-part series, and I'm excited. I haven't started reading it yet. One of my girlfriends said that she started while she was on vacation and she loved it, and I've heard so many people ranting and raving about it. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing. The other is I wanted a devotional. Had ordered this 52-week devotional. I think it's called Abernathy Company. No, that's not right. Alabaster Company. And it had the potential to be good. It was 52 weeks, meaning it would give me devotional reading throughout the week. But I was the way I read it was that it was 52 weeks, but like a daily devotional, and it wasn't. And so I have this instead. Can y'all see that? It's 100 days of believing bigger. It's a devotional journal. And so I plan to start that too. I got this off of Amazon. It wasn't expensive. And for me, the biggest thing is, as I work to be committed, I don't want to get so caught up in all the things, the healing process and all the things. And I don't work to keep myself spiritually grounded. And so anyway, that will be one of the other things that I will do. And again, book club starting. If you guys have book clubs or ideas for where people meet, we're trying to dare to be different. And, it doesn't always have to be at a house. It could be at a restaurant. Do we want to do things? We're exploring it. And so again, maybe it's something we can open up once we get it going really good to other people. But one of the things that I wanted, again, as far as being committed, is to create a space where there's a constant for how we show up and build community and village. And so for me, instead of starting wide, I wanted to start small and then just continue to expand. I believe in people creating a space where they're vulnerable about what they're going through. That again, it has to be a trusted space. You have to have people that are mature enough to be able to handle what you're sharing out, not just from a managing your business or keeping all that intact. I won't say your secret, because I don't want it to be held close to us like it's secrets, but managing the support in that space in a way that's healthy and makes us comfortable to be able to share without the shame, because I think that's a large part of what I struggle with. So anyway, so that's the second thing. And then the final thing, this is a funny because I have it for my husband. Y'all pray for him, because I don't know what this recovery is going to look like. Again, my first surgery was 20 years ago. So that means I'm 20 years older. And so with that, I'm concerned that as far as me bouncing back and getting back into the groove, that it may be a little timelier than what it was before. And so I pulled out this oldie but goodie, The Power of a Praying Wife, which I'm going to go ahead and probably start this one. First, I'm going to try not to do, I'll probably make this part of my morning devotional reading, and then make the Kennedy Ryan book be like my evening pastime, because I wanted to get the book read before we meet early February. And so, anyway, that's a quick and dirty update about what's going on. And like I said, I look forward to being able to share this journey. I feel like y'all are crooked. I look forward to being able to share this journey with you guys. And there was one other thing that I was going to mention. One of the things that I have to remember to do is I have to start a walking program, which obviously, if I'm having back surgery, they want you to keep moving. But one of the things I want to think about too, as I move past rehab over into truly trying to get back into the groove, is a trainer. I've never had a personal trainer. If you guys are in my area, please share out any trainers that you guys used in the past. I say D is saying that it was my love for running that created this new problem I have with my back. And I want to learn exercises, weight training, doing all the things without the high impact of what the running had on my body and my knees. And so I please recommend trainers, all the things that you guys have. And so, and I'll say finally, is as we move into 2025, I want to dare to be different than what I've been in the past. I've hidden behind fear and no tear ducts, when the reality is things are just. I want to be different, because it's been me that's holding me back from the different. And when I say different, I mean just doing stuff out of the pocket, doing stuff from behind the curtain. And, I've been working on writing a book. And I don't know that I've shared that with anybody but my husband. And my husband is the one who shared it with my family. But it's kind of compiling all the stories of other Black women that I've worked with or talked to in my journey, and just kind of sharing that out, because there is a village, a community, and there is a constant struggle that we have. And I want to create a space for those conversations, not just for me and the other Black women that shared, but also for our white counterparts. I have really good white friends, and it's not to say they're the blame or they created this space. It's just to say, this is how I show up, and this is why I show up the way that I show up. So more to come on that. I have some work and some editing to do on that. So more to come on that space. And so I think that's it. So again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, The Hard-Headed Way. I don't know if I'm going to keep The Hard-Headed Way name. I may just change it to my name, because in my reading, one of the things that people will remember more than the name of your podcast or the name of your brand, they'll remember your name. And so that's the one thing that I want to be, again, thoughtful of as I leave my footprint, my legacy, all that with my children. And that reminds me of one thing, and I'll see if I could pop up a picture here if I'm not too lazy, or it may not be in my intro. I have a grandson now. I'm a honey, y'all. I'm not going with grandma. I'm not going with Mimi. My mom's Mimi. And there's a Mimi on his mom's side. And so I am going to be Honey D. And so, Corey doesn't like this, but right now he's Coco. He's going to either be Papaco or Pawpaw, but he's Coco as far as we're concerned. And as much as he doesn't like it, I think that's going to be the one that sticks. But he has been a joy. He is the sweetest, most handsome baby. And yeah, I moved into a new hood. It's called Grandparent Hood. And it is, I can't even believe I just said that. My son said that to me when we celebrated Christmas the other morning. I can't believe you're a grandmother. I'm like, you can't believe I'm a grandmother. I can't believe you're a dad. And so just excited to be on this side of it, and know what that love and that experience feels like from that aspect. And he is the sweetest baby. I know everybody thinks that their kids or grandkids are the sweetest, but no. Preston listen, he is going to be a heart killer. Like he is all the things that a honey could ever want in a grandbaby, and he never cries. If he cries, I don't. Somebody has to be doing something to the baby because listen, he does not make a peep, which I guess that's to be expected because Jonathan never cried or did any of that either. So anyway, I'll try to pop a picture up. If not here, I'll pop it up in my intro. Hopefully you will have seen him and you know that that's my new little love. So anyway, subscribe to my channel if you have not. Again, more information. My recovery, my journey through this back surgery is getting started as of Friday, December 27th. And again, happy holidays. Stay up, stay ready, be blessed. Peace.